Uh-oh.
I just kind of want to talk about really just the media's role in propaganda and how upsetting it is to me that Black America always seems to take the bait. Like, I have to say, this case, after all of the work that I have done these last 3 or 4 years to wake Black America up to the fact that every election cycle there is some story that they perpetuate that is supposed to make us think that we are being chased by the Ku Klux Klan. And yet here we are, a couple of months away from an election, and there are Black people running around saying that we are being lynched in Georgia. So let's just start with just the case and how it's been being reported. So first, you are hearing that it is a modern day lynching. That should instantly, if you are a Black American and American, make your ears perk up a little bit, because there are not really modern day lynchings that are taking place in America. There are not lynchings taking place in general. I mean, even at the time, at the height of the civil rights movement, when Black people were actually being lynched, it was approximately 3,500 Black people that were lynched from the entire period of 1882 all the way up until 1968. All right, so that's actually a very low number relative, not saying that lynching is okay, obviously, but a very low number relative to the population that we had at that time, or the population that we had all the way up until 1968. So lynchings are not common in general. The idea that people are going around lynching people in 2020 America, you can already know and you can smell that something is wrong with the story. All
right. Uh-oh.
Peace and assalamu alaikum, family. This is your brother Malcolm Flex TV, and I needed to do this quick response on the point that was made by our sister Candace Owens. Sister Candace, sometimes you say a lot of ill-informed stuff, and sometimes you say some good stuff. Some of the things that you say I actually agree with, but this specific and particular point that you made in your video that you felt that you had to insert, which you didn't have to do, but you felt that you needed to do it anyway to protect white supremacy, you made the claim that it was only about 3,000 to 4,000 slaves that were lynched between the times of 1882 and civil rights. And you can easily Google that information when you go to NAACP.com and the Tuskegee website. You will see that, because that is as far as they can go as documented lynchings. Okay? They don't go any further than 1882, because that's as far as back that they can go as far as documenting lynchings. Okay, and how were they able to even attain those documents is baffling, because if they got those documents, they had to get them directly for white folks, which is a horrible thing that these devils was documenting these lynchings. And to downplay 3,000 to 4,000 people, okay, is a horrible thing, because that's a lot of people to be lynched. But you also left out the point that what about all the undocumented lynchings that took place from 1882 to civil rights? How about let's go back further than that? Because according to historians, that the first African slaves appeared in America in 1619. But according to the teachings of Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the first slaves appeared here in 1555. But there are also some historians who say that there were slaves that came earlier than that. So when you go to www.blackpast.org, they said that the earliest slaves got here in the 1400s. So what about going all the way back after 1882 and all of the undocumented lynchings that took place before that time? You know, so we have a lot of information, okay, that has not been documented. Okay, so to downplay 3,000 to 4,000 and say that it was only 3,000 to 4,000 is not a lot of people, that is totally incorrect when you consider the fact of all the undocumented and unreported lynchings that also took place before 1882 and after 1882, and I can guarantee you that the numbers grow exponentially. So this is your brother Malcolm Flex TV. Peace.
Uh-oh. Look at you.
Shout out to my real Africans out there. Y'all got another minute to look at me though.
Assalamu alaikum, family. This is your brother Malcolm Flex TV from Changing the Black Narrative. And if you would like to join on to the Nation of Islam and accept your own and be yourself, please send me an email at malcolmflex19@gmail.com. And if you would like a subscription to the Final Call newspaper, you can also go to finalcall.com, because the Final Call newspaper has been within the black community for years and has changed and saved a lot of lives. It has saved minds, for example. And if you would like to hear the latest lectures and webcasts by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and his students, the students of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you can also go to NOI.org. So if you would like to accept your own and be yourself, I will do my best to direct you to your local mosque and nearest study group. This is your brother Malcolm Flex TV. Peace and assalamu alaikum.